What's up, Revolution Comics? We're back today with another video. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about the official movie lineup for Chapter 1 Legacy. These projects are official, and this is going to be the final one, and I'm going to do these projects. So let's get into it. So for the first project, it will be S-Man Day and Night. I'm about, I want to say a quarter of the way through on the script, and it's coming together really nicely, and I'll keep you guys updated and posted. Keep you guys updated and posted on the events of S-Man Day and Night. It probably won't be a while until filming because I still got to get some props and the new camera, but everything is still on track for that, and I will update you guys in a future video. So for the second one, this is a new project that I didn't announce in the last video. It will be called Gravewalker. So I got this idea from a side mission in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it's basically where Eivor was framed for murder, and he had to spend the entire mission trying to figure out who did it and why they wanted to frame him. But I came up with this character, and I'll share the story, and then I'll proceed to tell you how we're going to film it. So, once a beloved man, framed for a murder he didn't commit, now lives on the run, but soon after adopting his new persona, he takes revenge on the order that cast him out, trying to clear his name, but he finds it harder than expected. So the premise here is basically he was framed for murder by a secret order. This film will take place back in the medieval times, kind of like Valhalla did. So, yeah. But this is design number 1. We got his pet crow over there, and then more of a witch doctor type look. And then this is design number 2. Still with the look, but the mask, the beak on the mask is a little shorter. He looks more like an assassin than anything. So, with this, this is going to be the second project because I'm looking to be done with S-Man Day and Night by next September, and that's when it will release, September 2024. I'm hoping to have it released by then, so that way, that I can start writing this, and then by the time the scripting's done, and all the props are gone, we can start filming in the winter. Because this is going to take place in a winter aspect with snow and everything everywhere. But yeah, the co-writer on this, I would want to shout out. He's one of my good friends. His name is Caleb Bliven. He brought to me some ideas about this, so I'm going to be personally making him co-writer with this project. And I can't wait to tell you guys more about it. There will be videos, me explaining a little more about it. But before I send off from this project, to viewers out there who aren't really into the bloody and stuff, this project will be an equivalent to an R-rated film. It's gonna be a short film, like what Marvel does with their special presentations. It's gonna be like that. It just introduces you the character, his background, but it's not gonna be like a full-length film or a TV series, just one specific short film dedicated to this character. So yeah, I will keep you updated on that, but I really hope when it does come out, you guys will enjoy it. But again, this will be an equivalent to an R-rated film. So if there are parents out there who don't want their children watching this, fair warning, don't let them watch this one, because it's going to be mostly like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where when you stab someone, the blood spurts out, or just blood. There will be there won't be any of the head chops off or a lot of intestine gore stuff out. There won't be any of that. It'll be mostly just blood and stuff. But on to the third project. I'm happy to announce I have come up with a title for S-Man 2. I know in the last video that I did for the lineup, I didn't announce it because I wasn't really sure. But I have figured it out, and 2 potential villains and the story kind of for it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So, all right, the official lineup for 3, Acid Man 2 will be called Acid Man Day of Reckoning. I really wanted to do this. I kind of like that, so then I had presented it to James Frawley, which you will know is Henry Hill in the films, and he liked it too, so that's what the second film is going to be called. So basically the story will be 1 second. So, no, not 10. 5 months after the first film, so this all takes place. This takes place after 5 months. So, in those 5 months, Danny learns how to control his powers better, gets adapted to them, and Henry is helping him like his guy in the chair type thing. So the first villain that I will be going over, I haven't come up with a name, so if you're watching this and you have a name that you would like this character to be called, I'm like all ears, because I have no clue what I want this character to be called. But this is basically his basic design. So there's so in this film there will be a new organization called BioCorp, and in this Danny will be interning there for like a job because he's a scientist, obviously. And in the first film, I'll make a little spoiler here. In the first film, that's basically the premise of him making the serum. Is he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps and become a BioCorp scientist. But I will get into that later when I go over like future project like updates for the Acid Man Day Night. But basically, this guy's brother, okay, so I'm not really set on how I want to do the second film. This is like a brainstorming idea, so take this with a grain of salt. This might not actually happen, but it would be pretty cool. This is like the first idea. So basically, this guy, the one I just showed you, his brother worked at BioCorp, but then mysteriously he disappears. And he goes on the search for him, and all his leads lead back to him meeting Acid Man. Which this guy thinks that Acid Man killed his brother, so he goes throughout the film trying to hurt Acid Man in more ways than one, and yeah, that's basically the premise for that. And then later in the film, he comes to find out that his brother is actually alive, and BioCorp did tests on him, creating this monster. This concept came from, I was watching a video, and one of the videos had brought up what a rhino beetle looked like. I'm like, oh, that would be really cool as a character. So I spent like a couple hours trying to figure out designs. I'm not really a good artist, but I got the basic premise of what I wanted. So that would be that. I haven't come up with a name with this guy either. So if you have any names you want in the comments section below, let me know. But yeah, that's basically the premise. I'm not going to go too much more into detail because I don't want to spoil Acid Man Day and Night as much. But yeah, once Acid Man Day and Night is over with, I will talk more about 2 and Gravewalker I'll talk about more, and then I'll start transitioning into Acid Man 2. So the third project we're going to be doing, this will spoil 2 just a little bit. Not that much, but just a little bit. So 2, where's my notes here? No. So project number 4 is a show. It's going to be a show. 1 second. Okay. So project number 4 is going to be a show. It's going to be called Cyber. Now, I got this idea from one of my grandfather's old shows that I was watching with him. And I can't remember exactly what show it was, but somehow this idea just popped into my head. So this is the plot line, and then I'll go over what I wanted to do and all stuff like that. So here it goes. College student accidentally gets electrocuted. I think I'm going to do it as like he was like basically he's a good college student, gets good grades and stuff, super smart, but when times are rough, people pay him to like break into places and stuff. So he ends up breaking into this facility, and then he doesn't realize the electric fence is still on, and then he gets electrocuted by that. I'm not really sure if that's the approach I want to go, but that was just an idea. So then when he awakes from the accident, he discovers he's bionic and doesn't understand how this came to be. Now on the run from a secret agency, BioCorp, he must discover his past to save his future. So I really wanted to do this show for a while. I didn't know how to put it into the first chapter. I didn't know if I wanted to do it in chapter 2 or chapter 1. So I kind of I made up my mind and I'm putting it in chapter 1. So in this one, I really like the idea, the concept, and we're all good. I have a few potential castings that I want to do. There are a couple of my friends from college, and I might ask them after I get Gravewalker and Ask Man Day and Night and Gravewalker done. I might go and ask if they would like to be part of a future project, and then start Ask Man 2 and then ask them if they still want to do it. But that's basically the premise of it. And as a kid, this is how he got his power, his bionics. Was as a kid, he was in a car accident, and the only way to save his life, BioCorp offered to inject stuff into him and turn him into a bionic. Now, I know this isn't bionic, but a later idea came to me that what if he was injected with nanites, like in Bloodshot with Vin Diesel? I thought about that idea, and I'm like, that would be way more cooler. Instead of him getting metal into him, he's just filled with nanites, and it'd be the same powers, but it'd be he would be more human than machine, basically. I'm not sure if I still want to do that, but that is one of the hierarchies of the idea. But basically his powers, if he was like a full metal robot, like Cyborg, it would have been super strength, super speed, like an X-ray vision, semi-invulnerability, like Bloodshot, where it goes through, the bullet goes in, but then the nanites shoot it out, and then it automatically heals them. I was gonna do something like that. And then he has increased hearing, and then kind of like a robot rage mode where if he gets angry enough, all his systems take over and just start beating up when he has no control and stuff. And then he'd be a faster hacker and be able to download information into his brain to get smarter. So the villains and the plot lines for the episodes. Oh, I forgot to mention. This will be a series. It's going to be an episode series. I'm not really sure the numbers I want to do, but I have anywhere from between 6 to 10 episodes that I want to make it with to get his story told. At the end of it, there will be a season 2. I've already got some ideas for a season 2, but depending on how well you guys like this season, season number 1, will determine whether I want to continue with a season 2 or make a little short to show how he progressed throughout his life. So the plot episode. So each episode he will have a different villain, a different bounty hunter that's after him, that's hired by BioCorp or made by BioCorp. So the first one, episode 1, we're gonna start off with BioCorp. BioCorp agents just hunting him down, chasing after him, and the big bad of BioCorp, the boss, the owner of BioCorp, just keeps sending out more and more soldiers and stuff, and he ends up destroying them all and is on the run. That's basically the premise of number 1. Now, number 2, that was episode 1. The rest of these villains, I don't have in episode chronological order, but they're villains I would like to do. So the first one is the twins. They're going to be males, and they basically have the ability to mimic each other. So if one gets hurt, the other knows how to dodge the move or something like that. They just mimic off each other. So you never know how to defeat both at the same time. If you're fighting one, you can't fight the other. It's basically that premise. And their main weapons are throwing knives or little daggers to defend themselves. This will probably be maybe episode 3 or maybe episode 2 or 3 with the twins. I don't want to go from episode 1 to him automatically fighting bounty hunters and stuff. So I might do episode 3 as these guys and then continue from there. So this isn't really okay, the next villain, but he's not really a villain. He will be fighting my character, Acid Man. So basically, in this episode, Danny thinks that the main character in Cyber is a villain because BioCorp sent out alerts to like all police departments, and Danny, of course, being the smart guy he is, builds like a police radio or something, so he like knows what crimes are happening and stuff. So he hears this over the radio, and then he tracks the main character down and starts fighting him. But then at the end of the episode, they figure out that BioCorp is the real enemy and they should be allies and stuff. And then that sets up future Acid Man, like an Acid Man project where he has to fight BioCorp because he finds out in this series that they're evil and stuff. I mean, he will find that out in number 2, but he like contemplates whether they're evil or not, but then this will set in stone that he shouldn't trust them. And then I have 4 more villains that I kind of want to do, but I'm not really sure yet. One, I want one of the episodes to take place in the wintertime, so I'll have like an ice-powered villain to fight. I wanted another one to be like a camouflage villain where the villain like blends into his surroundings and the main character will never know what hit him and stuff. And then after a while, he learns to adapt to the camouflage's movements and then takes him down. And then I wanted like a big brute kind of guy for like another villain. So that way he doesn't mostly have to rely on his strengths and his superpowers, but he relies more on his human side and has to use his brain to figure out how to take this unstoppable brute down without lots of casualties. And then the last one, I'm going to call the villain the Terminator Program. So originally I wanted to take like an idea from the new show My Avengers with Superman, the Deathstroke, when he has like the bionic, like the cybernetic suit and stuff. I've changed that. I have found this cool helmet online, and they have these cybernetic arms for both of them. I haven't found a chest area yet, but I have a design now that I want to do because of that helmet and the bionic arms and stuff. So stay tuned for that. I will probably show pictures of that later, and then you'll be super excited. So then, as I was talking, so at the end of season 1, because this will be a season, at the end of season 1, I wanted him waking up around familiar faces, like his friends and stuff, after fighting the Terminator Program. And his friends end up telling him that he's been upgraded. Basically, he's got new powers in season 2, and I'm really excited to start that. So this is a ways away, but I am really excited to start brainstorming more ideas on this. And then, let's see. So then, the next 2 projects are going to be the same. We're going to do it back-to-back. Flameborn. And I explained that in an earlier video. And if you don't know, go check it out. And it was in the last video. I did a full back-down break. So go check that out. And then Demon Slayer, which I also did in this exact same video. So those 2 projects will still be in the line, and that will conclude Chapter 1 Legacy. So in total, we have 6 projects that we are doing in Chapter 1 Legacy, well, that I'm doing with my friends and the help of everyone. In total, we will have 6 projects for the first chapter Legacy. As we continue, things will get more and more interesting and stuff, but these are gonna be dead, like set in stone. This is what it is. In chapter 2 will be another 2 Acid Mans, and I have already been brainstorming Acid Man 4. Like, you could not believe how much ideas from people I have gotten and that I have come up with myself. It'll be more of an emotional story for 4, but we're not even close to that yet, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. I might like post on my Instagram something. I do have an official Instagram for Revolution Comics, so go check that out. There's like very few followers. I actually have a YouTuber following me on that account. I think he's like my first follower. He does the Superior Spider-Man movies, Peter something. I can't quite remember him, but I'll do an announcement. But he did the Superior Spider-Man Date Log 1, and now his new film's coming out, Superior Spider-Man, and he's got some amazing work. I would go check that out. I really enjoyed his storytelling of that character, and I'm a fan of myself of the Superior Spider-Man with Dr. Octopus being Spider-Man. I think that was a cool storyline. But yeah, I think that's all I have today's video. I will be posting more frequently now, and I will keep you updated on the Ask Man Day and Night script. Yeah, so I think that's all for now. I'll keep you updated on these projects and how I'm going to take set in stone what stories I'm doing and stuff. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my Instagram, where I will be posting like set photos and scripts stuff and sketches more frequently. So yeah, have a good rest of your day.